Without telling you who, there is one member of One Direction that I actually don't like very much at all. And with that, welcome and welcome back. Today, I'm drinking water. I'm Honey, your host, and also a member of the world's #1 boy band Vitamin. It's the first episode of New Kind of Bias. Let's do this. Let me preface with saying, don't expect a detailed analysis. This is not a comprehensive review. These are more like snapshots of my feelings than anything else. Moving on. I wanted to discuss the famous boy band One Direction. If you don't know who they are, how? If you do know who they are, good. I'm going to cover the basics. The oldest member is Louis Tomlinson. British, born Christmas Eve 1991, has a pretty unique voice in my opinion. Next is Liam Payne, also British, born August 29, 1993. He grew his hair out, I guess. Then, Niall Horan, the sole Irishman in the band. He was born September 13th, 1993. I'll be honest and say that I actually prefer him being brunette to him being blonde. Finally, Harry Styles, absolute British icon, born February 1st, 1994. I maintain that his best look is this one. There was also Zayn, who has long moved on to doing solo work as he initially wanted to do. Also British, born January 12th, 1993. I personally enjoy listening to some of his covers, like that one song from Race 3. Now you've learned when people were born and literally nothing else. For reference, I've been a fan of One Direction since around the release of the Midnight Memories album. Harry was my fave for a while, and honestly low-key still is, but Niall has grown a soft spot in my heart. Long story short, everyone went on to the British singing competition The X Factor in 2010 attempting to become a solo artist, with auditions of varying success, and ended up being put into a group that didn't even win. Time passes, they become extremely internationally famous. Zayn leaves in 2015 and someone I know cries so hard they go to a hospital because they burst a vein in their eye. Then One Direction goes on indefinite hiatus in 2016. Finally, the group members come full circle and become what they always set out to be. Solo artists. Are they ever getting back together? Who knows? That about sums it up. When quarantine started, I actually listened to a ton of One Direction. Like, an absurd amount. It begs the question, what are my thoughts on their music? I'll admit, I own all of their albums except Up All Night. To be frank, I only bought Take Me Home initially because I only liked a few of the songs on it. But over the years, the music as a whole has grown on me. So now, I'm going to judge it with absolutely no criteria other than I like it or I don't like it. There is absolutely zero rhyme or reason to my decisions. Songs will be ranked in 3 categories. Absolute banger, and probably won't listen again of my own free will. First album, Up All Night, with iconic song What Makes You Beautiful, released in 2011. What Makes You Beautiful was a single for a reason. Absolute banger. I mean, the music video makes me cringe a little, but still. I sang along and everything. It's super poppy and easy to dance to. As someone who can't dance, I really enjoy just shimmying along. Okay, so if anyone watched The Adventurous Adventures of One Direction, you should understand the deep love I have for this song. Also, I think it's really fun to hear Harry sing high notes that I'm not really sure he can hit anymore. Also, the music video is kinda aesthetic. Shout out to that train shot, I love trains. Staring into my soul while singing though, that could have been a little less. I'm putting this in because it's not bad or anything, but it's not something I will go back and listen to over and over. Doesn't mean I don't go hard when it's on, because I do. The music video is super cute, I'll give you that. It's the first slower song on the album, and it's okay. I'll admit that I don't even know all the lyrics to this song, mainly just the chorus, that's how little I've listened to it. But I can still recognize it once it starts playing, you know? If I'm louder, would you... Is a bangin' line, throwing that out there. For a song that is the title track of the album, I don't really enjoy it. Not sure why. I've probably only listened to it a handful of times. I can kinda sing along with it, but I don't feel driven to do so. Actually, it kinda reminds me of my morning phone alarm. Is that weird? Part of me wishes a different song was the title track, but if I were to pick one, I couldn't. Also, I know she was popular at the time, but there's way too many Katy Perry drops. To give you an idea, I forgot this song existed. I don't even really recall the lyrics. It does kind of slap, but I don't think I'll go listen to it without reason. I do enjoy the ending, I guess. Anyway, not a bad song. Really a fan of the harpsichord in it. However, I can say for a fact this is only a song I listen to occasionally. I am in love with this song. I listen to it a lot. I know the words. It was pointed out that it sounds like Skyscraper by Demi Lovato, which led me to learn that these were written by the same people. The song always makes me think of One Direction lyrics as a food meme. This may be my favorite song on the album. I can't explain it. The piano goes so hard. When the intense drums and guitar kick in at the chorus, I lose my mind. I love this song. I could listen to it on repeat. In fact, I have listened to it on repeat. Like, yeah, this is an okay song, but I never play it because it's not a song I want to listen to. I could see myself dancing to it on DDR. That's about it. It's honestly got too much of a The Wanted vibe, which, old beef. Also, maybe it's just me, but the lyrics, "to the way that you kiss on me," is just, ugh. I think this song is okay. It really is exactly what it sounds like, just a relationship that really needs to be worked on. Like, there's not much going to it for me. Yeah, I like to sing it to myself and that's about it. I love this song, truly, but it horribly reminds me of Nyan Cat or Robot Unicorn Attack. Why? Why? It creates a weird association. I still like to vibe along with it though. God, I forgot how much I dislike this song. Right from the opening line. I hate it. The light shines, it's getting hot on my shoulder. What kind of line is that? Also, it reminds me of Everything About You way too much. This is probably my least favorite song on the album. This goes so hard. Don't at me. Love it. If you had asked me maybe 6 months ago about my opinion on this song, I probably would have put it in, but it has grown on me so much. Also, Louis should have sang more in this song. I think he would have sounded great. Also, Zayn, just going absolutely wild and I love it. This is a chaotic song. The first time I listened to this song was a few days before I went to a One Direction concert. It's definitely the song that is supposed to be most emotionally jerking on the album. It's pretty heavy on the fact that it was written by Ed Sheeran. It has such his style. I've got a mixed opinion on the songs he wrote that One Direction sings. They do a good job, but it doesn't sound like their voice, even in this first album. You feel? Though I do quote, "and the tears stream down my face," quite often. I forgot this song existed, but I will be listening to it more. It slaps! Not enough for me to think it's a banger, but definitely a song I want to enjoy more. A fun, vaguely sexy song, I guess. Has some bad boy vibes, if you ask me. This falls somewhere between and never of my own free will, honestly. I enjoy it just enough to like listening to it because I think the chorus is fun, but I also think the chorus is horribly repetitious. Not a bad song, just putting it out there, but there's a reason why it was only on different editions and not the main album, you know? It just doesn't spark joy in me. I don't even know if I knew this song existed, and I probably won't ever listen to it again. Liam, Harry, and Zayn definitely sang a lot. A lot. Give Niall and Louis some appreciation, y'all. They deserve attention too. They're also in this boy band, aren't they? I'm still not going to go out and buy this album. Ultimately, while I definitely enjoy some of the songs, it's my least favorite album. I bought this album because there was a sale going on and ended up enjoying more songs on it than I thought. And here we are. This was released in 2012. This is a really fun song. The music video is fun and I love singing along to it. However, I don't really go out of my way to listen to it, so therefore it is meh. Zayn telling me to pretend it's love is my favorite part. Wacky and cute. I love jamming along to this song, going absolutely ham when it plays. The music video with the green screen at the beginning, how absolutely wild and outrageous the costumes are, I love it all. Everything about this song is a banger. I know this is a big fan favorite, but it's ending up in because A, I don't really listen to it that often, and B, it just sounds way too Ed Sheeran for me. Again, it doesn't have a similar sound to what I imagined for One Direction at this time at all. Makes it an song. The black and white music video of them in the studio is a nice touch, however. I enjoy this song, but I always have a silly little question when I listen to it. Yes, it implies that the person they came with had to leave early. However, the line, "The one that I came with, she had to go." I like to ask myself, did she really have to leave? Or did you see this other woman and think, this woman I've come with needs to go? You know when you go from softly vibing to absolutely hardcore dancing? That's what I do with this song. It's not a super intense song, nor does it go super hard, but it's such a banger. Like I could literally headbang to this song. Yes, the lyrics are a little whack with the whole, "I wanna be your first and last everything," but who cares? Some people enjoy that sentiment and I like jamming to this song. Everything about this song. The vibrant and frantic energy. I'm in love with it all. It's comical to me, but in such an amazing way. Also, the fact that they're trying to get over you with this wild song? Perfect. Do I remember summer '09? Hardly. I was still a child. Harry was barely out of middle school or whatever the British equivalent is. And yet, this song is so good. Love it. This is a song I always picture myself blasting in the car with the windows down, wind in my hair, on the way to the beach. I never really listened to this song, and now I remember why. I just find it boring. The guitar is not engaging to me, the lyrics are not something I care for. If someone sang this to me as they were leaving my house in an attempt to have me change their mind on leaving, I would slam the door shut and hope it hit them on the way out. I get that it's like a song about towing the line between friendship and love, but I don't like it. Yucky. Love this song. Sometimes songs that are needlessly posturing are perfect. This one got me hook, line, and sinker. The alright in the background of Niall's part. The part about all the tattoos that Louis sings. He can definitely compete with your boyfriend now. Also the chorus. I love it. It's so competitive. And for what? Of all the songs that Ed Sheeran wrote that One Direction performed, this is my least favorite. I enjoy how they perform it, but there's just something about it to me that's, Louis' part is my favorite in this actually. That's the highlight, I guess. This song is nice and all, but I don't think I'd ever go out of my way to listen to it. I tend to enjoy this more when I'm listening with my friends so we can all jam along. It's a pretty simple and straightforward sounding song, so there's not much for me to go hard to. I am very in love with the piano opening, let's get that straight. However, the rest of this song is boring. Though my family is actually full of people who fell in love young and have stayed together for a long time and actually do have a lot of people who are jealous and inspired by their relationships, I just find this song basic to listen to. Fun message of a secret relationship that's going well, boring execution. I basically never listened to this song. Admittedly, the first time I heard this song was when I was just getting into One Direction, but was also very into Justin Timberlake. You know what they have in common? A song by this title. They're very different, in case you were wondering, but I definitely really enjoy this song. It's got a nostalgic quality that I really like. If I turn my brain off and just go with the flow of this song, I really enjoy it. But I keep getting caught up in the lyrics. They're just weird. They have not like other girls energy. She's not afraid of scary movies, she likes to mess around, and she's afraid of falling in love. She's not like other girls. See? There may be something else to get from this song, but ultimately I just get wigged out by the lyrics. I forgot this song existed. I think I will live longer if I forget again. It's got a nice sounding chorus, but the verses are so very boring. If you want a song about being broken up or rejected and seeing your love interest with someone else, I suggest listening to Heart Attack instead. It's funny and bouncy. Same vein as Loved You First, but I actually find myself tuning into the verses and, once again, the chorus is a banger. However, this is not a song I will be reaching out for of my own volition, though I will give it a listen if it shows up in my queue. The chorus alone is so good. It's perfect. The hello hello in the verses, perfect, draws me right in. The right amount of repetition to catch my attention and get me to listen to this song. Another song Toby Gad helped write ends up being an absolute banger, to no surprise. This is such a good slow song to enjoy. I honestly have nothing much to say. I love their voices in this, I love the music itself, the lyrics are soft, everything. Mwah! Great song. I actually didn't buy the extended edition of Take Me Home, nor did I buy the Target edition, so I didn't hear this song until a long time after I got into One Direction. When I heard it for the first time, I was obsessed. The chorus with the just really draws me in. Love how it's performed. It's so catchy in just the right way, I kinda wish it had been on the generic album. The autotune is a bit much at one point, but it's okay! This song still slaps. I really enjoy how this song opens up. However, that's really the only part I'm drawn to in the verses before we get to the chorus. That's what makes this song to me. I enjoy it, but not a crazy amount. Still a fun listen. The chorus is so wavy. And all that. Also that part is nice. I stand by my thoughts when I bought it. I definitely enjoy it more than I thought I would, but in the end it's not really my favorite thing. One Direction feels like they're still searching for their sound in this album, you know? This album was released in 2013. I am extremely biased about Midnight Memories because it was the one that got me into One Direction. But isn't that the whole point of New Kind of Bias? Yes. We all acknowledge the cinematic opening that is the music video to Best Song Ever. The acting, the wardrobes, Bald Louie and Thinning Niall, Zayn, the shenanigans, the chaotic destruction in the music video, and the song itself. All perfection. I love it. One could argue that this is one of the best songs ever, though unfortunately not the best song ever. Fills me with so much joy. The music video for this really touches the heart, so if you want your heart to feel full, go ahead and watch. The instrumentalism of the music, the lyrics of the song, it's so warming and really draws you in. It is extremely wistful. I will just yell the lyrics to this song. Absolutely lose my voice to it. Diana is a wild song and I love it. To this day, I remember that they said this song is about someone specific, but I'm still wondering who. I recall there was conspiracy theories about it being Princess Di. Anyway, this song goes so hard. That whole bit, just go off. I used to purposely put this song on whenever I was walking out of a door, just to feel like I was coming straight off the plane to a new hotel. This song is so fun and pop rockish and very easy to just jam to without thought. I actually forgot how the music video to this song went, so it was funny going into that party scene, which is unfortunately something I've personally experienced. Most of my midnight memories are of doing schoolwork or coming home from work, to be honest. For all that the music video is a nice, easy to watch, fun transition type of video, I actually find the song pretty boring. I did sing along, admittedly, and I'll never say no if it comes on, but it's just really boring. The highlight is Zayn's high note, you know? The whole ending is the most interesting part, but even then, meh. I love this song. It's got a simple message, but is engaging. It has a longing quality to it that I really appreciate. Listening to this song when you're missing home is quite nice and somewhat uplifting. Makes my heart warm. My memories of this song? Better left unsaid. It's a good song, truly, but not one of my go-tos. I'm sorry if I say I prefer other songs over this one. I don't even find it that vocally engaging. Not sure how to describe it, but like, in You and I, for example, we get some fun Zayn pitchy notes. I guess we have Louis singing lower than usual, but overall it's not that eventful. The chorus makes me want to skip down a park street while holding hands with my significant other and stare meaningfully into their eyes for a moment before laughing cheerfully. And that's about it. I don't care for the rest of the song. I have a deep appreciation for Louis' voice. I find it very unique and love it a lot. Right now, using him as the opening vocal? Perfect. I also love the chorus. I think Zayn sang so beautifully. It's a nice, soft song to sway along to. Opening with a kinda shrieky guitar, the rock vibe, it's alright, you know. What an absolute banger. I have no good or bad things to say about this song. It falls wonderfully in the category of average for me. I think this song is perfect for the middle of a playlist, when you've definitely gotten into a groove and don't want to be taken out of it, but still want a vibe. Despite the name of this song, I find it to be something basic. Truly the most engaging part is Louis at the very end with his whole "You're all I want, so much it's hurt." That cold open straight into a verse that slaps, I love it. Draws me right into the song, makes me want to dance like in this vine. It just goes so hard. There's something about the energy of this song that really puts me off. I'm not a fan of the backup vocals nor the little whistles, that Liam does. I don't know how else to sum it up. It's just so good. What a sexy song. Which is exactly the point, but God, I just love it. I almost never listen to this song. I just don't enjoy it. It's way too Jesse's Girl for me, and I only have minor enjoyment of that song as a casual listener who grew up hearing it. I debated putting this one in absolute banger because upon listening to it, I was like, wow, this absolutely slaps. However, it ended up in purely because I don't listen to it very often and I don't see myself listening to it much in the future. It does go hard though. This song really puts me in my feelings. What happened in the relationship to cause these feelings apart? And the music is very touching while remaining engaging to the listener, in my opinion. I truly love that this is the album that got me into One Direction. It still holds up to this day as my favorite album they've produced, and I feel that they've really started to find their sound here. This album was released in 2014. It's also the last album Zayn performs on, but it's also the first album I bought the deluxe version of. Harry's outfit in the music video is a look, okay? And Danny DeVito plus One Direction is a combination I never knew I wanted. It's got its moments of excellence and meh overall, but I do enjoy the video for the most part. However, I'm not super into the song. It doesn't make me want to steal anybody's girl. I mean, I never would in the first place, but even less so now. I enjoy the lyrics to this song, but it's got such a folksy vibe to it that in this case I just can't find myself appreciating. What an excellent question! I too would like to know. This song is good filler for trying to find the answer. I love how it sounds. The music, the lyrics, the vocals, absolutely wonderful. It's that good. We took a chance. This was written by, you guessed it, Ed Sheeran. It definitely fits One Direction's vibe a lot more than his previous songs that they sang, but in the end I can still hear his writing over their musical personality. It's a good song though, I do enjoy it. I mean, I find it a little weird to wish for the love you felt when you were 18 because most people I know are a lot more in love with their significant others now than they were at 18. Maybe that's just me. I know, this song repeats itself in basically nothing else. But God, it has such a magnificent energy that really just makes me want to play air guitar while jumping on a bed. My mother would kill me if I did this, so I shall refrain. I like to sing this song on my own just to sing it. However, is it actually a song I enjoy listening to? Somewhat. I'm not the biggest fan of all the vocals in this. They feel thready at times, but I am a big fan of the chorus. This music video is iconic for many reasons. First, you get to date One Direction. Second, this absolutely wild vid. But while I think the music video and the message of the song are nice, I find the actual song itself a little bland. It's too easy for me to tune out, so I don't often listen to it for fun. Back in the day, I would sometimes go looking for animated music videos, and lo and behold, Kendra W made an absolutely amazing animatic for this song that has absolutely shaped how I enjoy it. Like, yes, it is already a fun, upbeat, enjoyable song to bop along to, but combined with this music video, beyond perfect. There was one point in time when I was young and in my feelings, and I cried when listening to this song. Point is, I really loved this song and have fond memories of it. I love the vocals and the laid-back music. Though I do enjoy listening to Spaces on occasion, I don't think I enjoy it enough to say it's an absolute banger. The bridge and the chorus are really the only parts that draw me in. I'm pretty disinterested in the verses. I can't even tell you the words of the verses. Despite the name of the song and some of the lyrics being honestly terrifying to listen to, I absolutely love this song. The backup vocals, the main vocals, the music itself, super engaging to my ear. I could listen to it over and over. Right from the opening, that guitar, that really just draws me in. When I sing this, I like to bodily throw myself into the lyrics to truly feel the energy of this song. I believe in love, but I don't believe in this song. This song is really just, ugh. I don't like the transition from verse to bridge to chorus. I don't like the vocal direction this song chose. Everything about it is not to my tastes. This is a song I could fall asleep to, but I don't think One Direction intended for me to do that. I do really enjoy the vocals in this song. They are very, very nice. However, it's just on the side of slow enough to make me a little disinterested. This song sounds like a tavern song for a reason, and I will leave it at that. Banger. One Direction is pretty firm on how they feel about their group music personality. Do I like all the choices they made? Enough. This album has a good, mature sound to it that I really appreciate. The first album without Zayn, and also the last album One Direction has ever put out. It was released in 2015. Considering what Harry Styles has performed as a solo artist, it makes a lot of sense that this is a song he wrote. It really sounds like him. However, as much as I like his solo music, this one just doesn't do it for me. Keep working at it, 2015 Harry. You'll get there. This was a single for a reason. God, I love this song so much. I love how this song hypes up the chorus. It's wonderful. The music video is also fun and interesting to watch. Filming at the NASA facility? Wild. I love it. I'm also super into Harry's jacket in this video. Alas, it is way too expensive. Harry's vocals in this song are good too. Gotta point that out. Well, I'm sure you can tell I don't think this song is perfect. I forgot it was even a single and that it had a music video. It just really reads as a radio-developed song more than anything else to me. I don't find it super impressive. While I do enjoy this song, it's definitely not one that I turn to when I go, oh, I want to listen to One Direction. My favorite part is probably when they go, one step closer to being 2 steps. I just really like that line. Also the instrumental break, that's pretty fun to listen to. Niall and Louis in this. I love their voices in this song. I love the difference in sound between the verses and chorus. This is the song that I want to listen to at the end of the day. Now, this is a slow song I can get behind. Just sit down, close my eyes, and take it in. The singing is just so nice, and the instruments sound so good. Also, when they go, and I hope that you don't run from me. That part when they pass the chorus between them, God, I love it. My feelings towards this song are as an average listener rather than as an average enjoyer. It's nice, but I'm not inclined to listen to it very often. It's good enough for a slow jam, but not necessarily my favorite one that One Direction has put out there. I find the opening of this song so weird that it makes me want to listen to the song without question. And every single time, without fail, I do. I like the synthetic quality of the song, the pitchy, and the brassy sounds. They work so well together to draw me in. This song made me fall in love with Olivia too. The vocals in this are so fun. I'm not the biggest Beatles fan, but I really think that it works for this song. It gives it this fun, whimsy quality. The opening tinkling sound in this song makes it feel so magic before it goes into this laid-back beat that I really enjoy. I feel like if I was floating on my back in the middle of a lake during the summer, this is a song I would love listening to and vibing with. It's got that classic ballad feeling to it and a pretty solid message about our relationship is ending, let me look at you one more time before you go. And yet, I don't listen to it that often is all. If you listen to this, and then listen to Elton John's Your Song, you will definitely feel in love. I love the inclusion of actually hearing them writing a song because it really brings me into the mood of being there. I find this song perfect for performing during a concert to really get the crowd engaged. It has a strong Toy Story vibe, which, if I remember correctly, is what they were going for. The music video for this, which I did not realize existed until 4 years after it came out, definitely makes you feel nostalgic if you watch it. I think it's very cute. I'm also in love with Louie's sweater in it. Unfortunately, it is no longer for sale and also around $300. This is a song I need to listen to more often. Every time I listen to it, I go, oh wow, I actually really love this song. The rocker grit vibe it has, it makes me feel like I should be sitting in a smoky bar. I don't listen to this song very often, and now I remember why. I do really enjoy the lyrics, but the way it gets performed is just not something I'm into, nor does it interest me. This is a very fun song. Story time, at one point I listened to 3 songs all by this title. This one, Wolves by Kanye West, and Wolves by Selena Gomez. They are all very, very different. Anyway, though I do find this song fun to listen to, it gives me strong background music vibes to bob along to and not much else. The song that says the title of the album in it. I do enjoy listening to this song, truly. But perhaps there's a reason why it was left on the deluxe edition and not the main album. It gives off that I'm a good song as an extra, but not as a main energy. I'm not into this song. It's not one I want to jam to, honestly. I guess the message is nice enough. I think it's about finding love in unexpected places or something. Alas, well, at best, this one is just not for me. I think a really distinctive part of this album is you can tell everyone has truly developed their own writing styles, and can see where this plays into their solo careers. After having listened to all of this, I wanted to see what I decided the best album was. The winner is Midnight Memories, because it had the most bangers on it. Second place is a tie between Made in the AM and Take Me Home, surprisingly. What can I conclude from all of this? I think One Direction needs to take dance lessons. Could really up the production value. I also watched/listened to these one after the other, so it was crazy to hear their voices maturing and then becoming more confident in themselves as writers and singers. Admittedly, I did have to take a few breaks because everything started blending together. Rumor has it that they'll be coming back together at some point in 2021, so we'll see if that ends up being true or not. But there you have it. Every studio album released One Direction song, to my knowledge, given a biased review by yours truly. You don't have to agree with me. My opinions are my opinions, yours are yours. Except, my opinions are actually the only right opinions, so you do have to agree with me. Thank you for tuning in and taking your daily dose of vitamins. I will speak to you in the next video. Bye bye!